Taxation and death are the only two definite links, and these are affecting us currently. Savings and loans culture has been vibrant in Mentor Sacco, but it is growing at a slower rate due to the above. This is not very healthy, as indicated in the table below. There is the years 2021, 2022, 2023. In the year 2021, the savings in the Sacco was accumulating at 845,505,286 shillings. The percentage growth was 16%. The same year, the loan book moved at 341,476,101, which was 5.5%. We know this period was the COVID period, and therefore we expect that. 2022, the savings increased by 1,96,556,087 shillings. That was equivalent to 16.1%. The loan book grew by 1.174, 1,174,469 shillings, 185 shillings. The percentage increase was 16%. In 2023, the increase in savings was 1,014,347,240, which was an increase of 15.6.4%. The loan book grew by 1,080,577,169 shillings, which was 12.0%. If you look at these particular percentages, you realize that the percentage growth in savings was 16%, 16.1%, then it dropped to 15.6%. In the loan book, it was 5.5%, 16%, then 12%. What does it mean? The Sacco should safeguard the members' fund because eventually there would be less monthly income for sharing out as dividend. Take note, dividend is not the only criteria which we can judge the Sacco with. Getting efficient services should be coming first. But if people continue declining in borrowing, as indicated in those figures, what are the consequences? There would be less interest, therefore eventually less dividend. That's the reality, serious. Then, the rate at which members would be saving will go down, thus there would be less money to lend out. The savings is also going down. It has moved from 16.1% to 15.6%. We know the prevailing economic circumstances and how they are taking us, isn't it? So we pray God will bring more hope. God will make so that we can continue saving more, so that there would be more money to lend out, so that eventually the Sacco will continue growing. C, the default rate will increase, thus more loans will be in distress. Meaning, as the income continue going down, remember the two-third. Deducted using the two-third factor, able to meet all your financial obligations, and thus becoming a defaulter. Appreciation simply patronize its services. It is not business as usual to be as loyal as members of Mentor Sacco. All of us require to see tomorrow. And for that to happen, we must live today. Mentor Sacco has been there for the last 47 years, and we are the people to see it for the next generation, despite the challenging global economic turbulences of the time. Each of us has a role to be realistic and pragmatic enough to safeguard what we already have. Thank you all, and God bless you. I read this forward on behalf of the Supervisory Board. Peter Jenga Mwangi is my name. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Mr. Jenga. Now I want us to have a proposer and a seconder for the chairman's report. Microphone huko.
Proposer Mwagi John, member number 9818.
Seconder? Kuna kama? Oh.
Francis Combo, member number 13631. Seconded.
Okay, thank you. Can we also have a proposer and a seconder for the supervisory report? Mike hapa.
Wilson Kahagi, member number 2.
Irogo Moirore, double 2.
And you should have added a senior citizen. Thank you so much. We want to go through if there are some comments or maybe additional, any suggestions. We say we are not monopoly of ideas. So there may be suggestions that you can give us, which would lead to improved performance of Mentor Sacco. So we are on the chairman's report. But maybe before we go there, I want us to look at page 22 because I want to have an explanation of that, where we have loans and advances to the members. And this one I said, in year 22, you can see our own grew, and that is what the chairman supervisor was talking about. Our own grew by 1,169,195. This year, the growth was not in like year 2022. That is, the loan book grew by only 1,038,577,169. Members, you can witness that sometimes we become nagging to you and even write messages to you to come and borrow. Sindio? Lakini kwa nini watu wakuji? A simple explanation. If you look at the amount of money that our members are earning, and here specifically I won't talk about the teachers. Ile pesa ambayo tunapewa saa hii, si ile pesa ilikuwa miaka 5. There has never been salary increment. So the same money that we were lending some 5 years back, it is the same money that we are lending even now. And to make matters worse, it is becoming lesser, and it is going to become lesser. Tuko pamoja? So this is one of the effects. Now, if tomorrow we get a salary hike, you would find their own book shooting up. Sio watu wanakataa kuja kwa Sacco. Ni kwa sababu they have borrowed and they can no longer borrow. I know all of us here would like to have one or two project ile ungetaka kufanya. Lakini sasa ile payslip ambayo haikuruhu, this is one of the effects that we have. So we pray that the government ituonee huruma, at least iturushie kitu kidogo, so that we can be able to borrow. This is one of the effect of that. And that is why the loan book has gone down. And at the same time, I also said, you look at these people are defaulting, nilikuwa nimesema kwa sababu hiyo wanakatwa. They were not expecting to be deducted, but is now being deducted. Na TSC lazima iangalie tu si ile inakatwa iko huko juu. Kwa hivyo that is compulsory, inakatwa huko. Sasa ikuja kwa 2/3, unakatwa tena unaachwa, because there must be unaachwa bila kitu. So it is going to have an effect with us, and that is why we also plead with you. Can you also give us other sources of income? Hapa kuna watu wanakuza majani ya chai. I'm a farmer, a tea farmer myself. I'm paid through Mentor. I'm a dairy farmer. I'm paid through Mentor. So we are requesting all other sources of income, because it seems now we cannot just depend on the salary. Iyo rental income tuletee, iyo maziwa tuletee, iyo majani ya chai tuletee, hata kahawa saizi tunalipa. I have several people who are paid through Mentor Sacco from their factories. So if we would do that, we will be able to mitigate against what is happening to our payslip. I also want to say this. The board has been very focused. Now, you know, you would expect if the loan grew dropped in growth to 12.0%, you would expect even today we would say the dividend will drop. But we have not done that. Loan imeenda chini, lakini dividend imeenda chini. The reason why we have done that, and I want us critically to look at this. It is because we have been able to earn 192,477,794 from the investments that we have made in our partners. We have money in core bank, we have money in CIC, and other money markets. We have invested there. And this is one thing I want to say is we need to look at the society. We need to have a solid Sacco which has enough money that you can be able to invest. And that is the future. The money that we have, we invest in those other institutions so that we can get interest. So the interest from banks and other financial institutions, it is the one that saved us. And as a board, we want to look at this. We can no longer continue depending on interest from loans. We have to look at other areas where we can be able to invest our money so that it can be able to give us good returns. And if it gives us good returns, then it means even the dividend will shoot up. So the board is focused on that, and we want to look at, to increase this investment in those financial institutions so that we can be able to benefit our members more. So can we now go to the reactions? Reaction to the chairman's report. I want to go to page 1. There is Irongo Muirore again there.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mine is to compare and what is with their for you to ask this, all these who are here. Ask back group one member each, as you have said. Therefore, they are not left. We like to compare what we had, those of us who it was quite funny when you went to a committee member by then chairman. You are committee members, not board members. You could even be slapped by asking when your money, when you get your money, or when you ask for a form. The older members, is that true? Others, in other areas, you could even be rudely shocked when you are ignored or told to go and you are troubling that member. Then something else is that, Chairman, we could come to a meeting like this one and said off a treasurer for trying to get or eat our money from a certain zone. That one, the other members know that. Also, the CEO, we said or we shouted down a CEO in this Sacco, which is now comparatively to what we have today. Chairman, I'm now coming to the side of to congratulate you and your CEO for a job well done. Members, I'm asking you kindly for my own observation, the chairman and the CEO, they have done a good job after all what we have heard, after all how they have been treated by them. I'm asking kindly, we clap for them, the two of them.
Thank you, Anomi.
Thank you, Chairman. And as well as when occurring of the cooperative movement, you have held your horses together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think that was a compliment. Can we go to page 18? Yes, there.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Karanja, David, member number 11457. I want to appreciate, but these things are letting us down.
Mike.
How to see that? We are talking about we invest in ICT, and I think that's what we should do, like yesterday, so that we are in a meeting where we are talking together. I am on the issue of membership chair. And one, I want to appreciate with your board that maybe the marketing team that we put in place in Mentor Sacco is doing us good job. And we want to appreciate that. Because for us to keep afloat, one, we must have members, and the members are the ones who are the core in our society. We have a member number that has been recruited, totaling 7,313. And I want to believe by recruiting that number, we still use resources which are also our interests, which have been generated. So kindly, Chair, as we continue recruiting the members and the new members, we have always put a rider there. We don't want dormant members in our Sacco. So that this money that is lying idle there, that is not being borrowed, and our own book is depreciating rather than appreciating, and we are using money to recruit them, you also follow up. Because apart from recruiting them, we also need them to be very active so that they just come here and they also help us in generating the interest in the Sacco. So that at least our dividend can rise, not with the 0.1, but maybe 0.5, it come hicho. Asante, Chair.
Thank you so much, Bwana Karanja. But remember, I had said the members that we are recruiting are quality members. I had said that. And we are striving to do that. Any other reaction? Yes, let's give so many people a chance. Tunataka kupatia watu wengi.
Simon Karia, litayari. Kuna jambo moja ambalo sio fair. Sisi litayari, tukitaka loan, tunaambiwa certain percentage of our saving, na tunachukua kama ni business loan. Tuseme mimi napata 15,000 kama mwalimu mwenzangu. Tukilipa, yeye analipa kama normal loan, na mimi nalipa kama business loan. Tukija kwa interest, mimi nalipishwa 1.5. Huyu naye analipa 1%. Hapo sisi retirees naona kama tunafinyiliwa. Jambo jingine niongezee, kuna jambo ambalo umesema mshahara sasa umekuwa chini juu ya taxes za serikali. Sisi tulipoingia hii kazi tulikuwa tunalipwa 1440. Na tulikuwa tunalipa contribution ya Sacco na vile loan. Tuseme vile tulivyo, na hapa nazungumza kwa wale ambao hachukui loan. Vile tulivyo tumefikishwa hapa na zile loan ambazo tumechukua. Hivyo basi nasema wale ambao hamchukui loan haki mnajipotezea. Asante.
Thank you so much. Hiyo umewaambia vizuri Kila mtu achukue loan. Now, I want to clarify here. I myself as a chairman, I have my salary. And if I go to borrow from Mentor Sacco, I'm going to be charged 1% on reducing balance. At the same time, I have businesses, and I have channeled those earnings from businesses from the society. I can be able to get a business loan. So I'll be given 2 loans. One on Saturday, na itakuwa 1% reducing. Lakini nikichukua na hii ingine, it is a business loan. It is not charged the same amount. Kwa hivyo, kama ni hiyo, but if it is otherwise, I think Joyce, you have heard what the member have said. We need to look at that. Yes.
Amjambo tena. I am Dongo Joro, smart member 6309. I am in page 25, wale wako na vitabu, strategic plan and future outlook. Innovative solution and member-centric initiatives. That is where I am. What I want to recommend here is in our opening chapter, AOB, there down there is lunch and refreshment members. I want to comment about it. All of us, we are going digital today. So I am talking about avoiding lining up. I propose to be giving members fare and lunch through their mobile phones upon registration, but continue providing water as we talk. Long life mentor members, long life management, and that is food for thought. Thank you.
It is very good. Kusema it is food for, and you have thrown that to the management. We can look at it and the modality. Ndio, kwa hakuna ubaya amesema, hiyo tutaangalia tuone namna gani, but I don't want to talk about it now because if you, because of the modalities that are there. Can we have another? And I know hii unajua kwanza ameruka kutoka nini, sijui kama tunaenda 26, tuende 26. Ameenda mpaka 25, tuende 26. We are in 25. Haya, tuko 25. Ati tuko wapi? Okay, you can do it. You can do it.
Okay. Thank you, Chairman.
Members, poleni kwa kusoma tena. Chairman, on page 18, 73 members passed on. 2 or 3 years ago, the member of the management board claimed that the dividends were going low because these members were being paid out the money that they are taking. Last year, no member died. Not the other year, according to your report, which is over last year, no member died. If you do your calculation, members, all members here produce 200 shillings every month for the least one, which now is cut off at TSC, is it? If you do your calculation about these two members, this year, we are going to give you around, every month, we give you 7,982,400 for that 9,000 members, right? For 1 year, we are going to give you 95 million. Bwana, let us say this. If nobody passed on, we won't know when these members died. Now, can you be specific? These 73 members, how much have they taken? How much have you paid as a risk? Can you be clear with this number now?
I have the figure at my fingertips,
yes,
and I want
please.
to give you now.
Yes, thank you. I would be very happy.
The correct amount of money that was collected by the risk fund was 60,595,800 shillings. The claims were 63,232,4 shillings. Yeah, umekubali. Hata tumetoka pahali pengine tuchukue ndio tuwalipe. Any other? Yes, there is somebody there. Tumesema
Yes,
let us be fair. Yeah.
Chairman.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Chairman. And I have a comment. My attention has been drawn to page 32. Page 32.
Hatutarudi huko nyuma.
Yes.
We are on the chairman's report. That is where we are. Can we go to page, we are in page what? Page 18. That is where we are.
Okay.
Huh? What are you saying? We are on the chairman's report. Page 18. I'm reminded that we are not saying our name and the member number for the secretary to record. Unakumbuka yake? Yes, give that one. We want to be fair and give everybody a chance.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm Daniel Kariuki, member number 18431. I wish to draw members, and before that, those who are distributing microphones.
Just a minute before you comment.
Yes.
We have so many members who are standing there. Na tuko na viti mingi sana. Watu wamekelea bag kwa seats. Wale wako nyuma, can we, there are seats. There are so many. Tuondoe, hata hapa ni empty. We have empty seats here. So nobody should be standing. Unless you want to stand. Yes, continue.
I was saying, those who are raising their hands at the back, they are not noted. So we should have enough people distributing microphone to everyone, to each corner of this hall. I want to draw members to page 24.
No, can you state your name and member number, please?
I have done so, but I'm Daniel Kariuki.
Daniel Kariuki, member number?
18431.
18431.
We are told that in the year under review, the total revenue increased from 1 billion. You see that figure, 541 million, 231,998 in year 2022 to 1,888 million, 188,032. Now, my question is, out of the total revenue collected, the members, the board proposed to pay members Kenya shillings 1,183,852,407. That is what is being given to us as dividend. Now, if you minus the revenue collected, you minus what is given as dividend, there is a balance of 644,335,000, and we have not been told what is the percentage of the dividend to the total money, to the total revenue. We want to know that. Number two, it is also good because we had proposed 70% of the profit to be going to dividend. This one is now about 64%. It is less than what we had last year, I think so, because we had 66%. So we want to know the percentage. Number two, number three, I'm sorry. Number three, after knowing the percentage, then we have at least a breakdown on how this money is used. This 644 million, because we had a very large figure last year remaining, and we asked where does it go. We need a breakdown so that at least we know whether it is growing our Sacco or where is it held. Because every year, if we continue having such balances left, not knowing whether they are generating profit or growing our Sacco, it is not healthy.
I think, number one, I think you must have come late because on page 24, I had given the percentage of dividend payout. Sindio? Sirikuwa hapo. Number two, as we also talk about the money that we are going to give to the members, remember there are ratios that we must. Na nilisema hapa kuna zile ratio kama institutional capital. Even before you pay the dividend out, the institutional capital, hiyo pesa lazima muweke huko kando. Kwa hivyo kuna those ratios that are a must, and we must retain them. And I say the failure to retain those ratios, you will not be even here doing the meeting. So I think Joyce is conversant with that, and mwenye hesabu atakuja kuipatiana hiyo hesabu ya percentages zote. Haya, tuko kwa page gani? Page 19. Page 19, ama tuko wapi? 25. Oh, tuko 25. Hata mimi nimesahau. 25. Yes, Mr. Lucas, because I cannot see anybody else. Mr. Kinyanjui, sioni mtu mwingine ameinua mkono, utufungie. Oh, unajua sioni, lazima urushe vizuri sana na usimame ukiwa huko nyuma, ukiinua mkono peke yake siwezi ona. Patia huyo wako huko.
Thank you, Chairman, for catching
the mic.
Okay, thank you, Chairman. Giri, member number 99. I'm on page 22. Loans and advances. And I want to talk about guarantorship. Once you guarantee somebody a loan, maybe we are 10 of us. We have guaranteed a member a loan of 1 million. The message which we are receiving is not in order, because I'm told I've guaranteed that member 1 million. Then the figure the member has taken is also written there. So I find this one to be more insecure, because maybe a member was taking a loan of 1 million. and he's going to get 200,000. Then there might be a member who is not very sincere. He might spread that information, such a person got a loan of 1 million. So I want to propose, the information is correct. If I'm guaranteeing somebody, and we are 20, I've guaranteed that member 100,000. Quote 100,000, let the others also get 100,000, instead of writing 1 million. Members are refusing to sign for others. So this is a big problem, and I don't know where it was when it was introduced, because it was not there. So then I also go to page 24, allow me. We are on payout dividends. Share capital is being paid at 15%. Ordinary shares 12.4. The other three should have a higher interest. Because from your report, your speech, you are praising how the Sacco has done well. We expected at least 13% on ordinary shares. Our neighbors are doing so.
So mention them. I want you to mention
Where
them.
is Sacco? They have 13%.
13%. And then what do they pay in share capital?
14%.
And we are paying what?
15.
Yeah.
So it was true, Chairman, but these members, when you look at their faces.
And then I also want
just a minute, Chairman. We expected something more. It is true there's an addition of 0.1. I urge the board members. Yes, we are doing fine. The mentor is doing fine. Why can't we have more percentage? In the future, at least we need to go to 13%.
Thank you, thank you. I still want to refer back to page 22. We go back to page 22. And we have written loans and advances, and we have said our loans grew at 12.0%, which is lesser than 16.0%. And I said, even if the interest, the loans that we gave was little than last year, we have not dropped the dividend. We have even gone high, despite the fact that the loans have gone in money market, which gave us 192 million. Things would have been worse. And this is why I said the future is for us to know where we are going to invest. We cannot continue depending on the interest from the loans. We have to look at the other ways in which we can be able to get more income. But I think it is good, Bonakagid, what you have said. We are going to, and your contribution is good, and we are going to try as much as we can. Again, we give to page 25.
I'm on page 25 on enhancing efficiency in service delivery. As you are delivering your speech, Mr. Chairman, you said what has been transferred was around 7.3 billion. And then you said in our satellite branches, what had been transacted was around 2.3. I think it is also telling us we pay more attention. But when we look at that one, we also need critically to look at the cost. If we have to do it in phases, so that as we get the new system, it doesn't cost us excess money. Because I believe it will not be a 10-cent work. Finally, let me also add on this. Your team has done a commendable job under your leadership, the supervisory team, and we believe mentor is going to places. So I want you to address that issue of the new system that we want to acquire, whether you have done due diligence to know how much it will cost and how we shall go about it. Finally, I may not maybe have another chance. My unsolicited advice to the young people, and I have them in my house. Multiple borrowing is suicidal. So, I'm advising them. Do your own risk. Live within your means. Spend less than you earn. And you will always move forward. And because I might not get another chance to our audit, You have written others. I believe you are not short of papers. We want to know what are those others. You don't have a short.
Thank you, Bwana Kinyanjui. I want to assure you, as we go to the new system, we are going to take what you have said. As a board, we are considering that. Now, I have two gentlemen that I want to introduce. The other members, other guests are going to be introduced by Joyce. Niko na wageni wawili ambao wametoka karibu na sisi, wametoka winners. Simama, Orin, Sacco. We have the CEO, jina, na useme we ni nani, na huyo mingi. Lakini huyu kwa sababu ataongea Kirinyaga atusalimie kidogo. Anaitwa Kavute.
Thank you, Chairman, members, and all the guests, all protocols observed. Good mornings. Mimi naitwa John Gavige, the CEO, all in Sacco. We are happy, Chairman, to be affiliated to Mentor Sacco. We are very happy when you look at the records, despite the challenges, and the Sacco has done well. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Chairman. The board members, guests present, members of Mentor Sacco. My name is Cyrus Kabute Mungai from All in Sacco, which is head office at Kirinyaga, but we are in Kenya. Various branches here up to Narok. I have brought greetings from the board and the members of All in Sacco. We were invited by the chairman to come and grace this occasion. I'm grateful. Despite so many challenges which have been mentioned here in the chairman's report, the Sacco has done very well. And I've heard members commending the board, which is very good. But in the report here, some of you are not doing what is right. 483 million you are not paying, according to the report. And on top, you want now more dividend. You want more dividend, and yet you are not paying the loans. Can you see? So, can you be patriotic to your Sacco? I have finished, the chairman.
He is called Cyrus Kafuta Mungai. Now, the reason why I've recognized Orin Sacco, they have been very good partners with us. Kuna wakati nilienda kufanya kampeni kwao na walinipatia kura. As I stand here, I'm also a board of director in Kenya Teachers Sacco Association, where my CEO is also the chair to the CEOs Forum. The Kenya Teachers Sacco brings all the teachers Sacco together. Na nimechaguliwa Kenya mzima. CEO ni congratulations. So hawa walinipatia kura, and I like them. Together with the other SACCOs in Mount Kenya region, I represent the whole of Mount Kenya region in Kenya Teachers Sacco Association. Bwana Jenga, sijui kama utakuja hapa, kuna maswali ya supervisory. Yes. Page 25.
Chairman, I'm David Karanja, member number 11457. And as I talk about this strategic plan, that is strategic plan future outlook that you came up with, I just want to be very, very clear, because you have told us we passionately market the Sacco in forums. We are privileged to attend through positive word of mouth, and you just won't continue that way. But after going through this plan that I have, I don't know, because
your mic forward.
As you came up with this strategic plan, you have just quoted that you are not the only custodian of information, and we are in an AGM. That's why you normally call us here. And maybe members may not understand. AGM, the parliament yetu. And whatever we deliberate here, and propose and second, these are the things that the board implement. I don't know, when you are in your boardroom, with all this plan, you were not considering the member with a reason. You should understand that currently we are in an era where we are in real competitive capitalistic world. And you see, an investor is at liberty to look for opportunities where you get good returns for your money. We will be able to raise all these, even the share capital, because they are the people who are going to contribute. Were you bribed that you did not even give us also a projection of what are we expecting as returns when we do all these investment on our invested money? Maybe you project, maybe in the 2028, we will have given you share capital maybe 20, hata kama maybe hatutafikia, maybe ifike 17, so that even as I go out marketing there, I will tell people, ukiweka shilingi yako pale, utapewa 17 back. And I think, Aman, you have overlooked that.
I have not overlooked, Bwana Karanja. I want you go to number 5. You know, interpretation of English is also different. Because we have said we grow revenue from 1.8 billion in 2023 to 3 billion in 2028. What does that translate?
We are normally guided by bylaws, Chair, and that is why, even as you declare dividend here, it is very clear. Na hata umetuambia, the board proposes. So finally, the backstop is the board. Even if you had given us that projection, the revenue will grow. I have no problem. We are going to generate all that. But finally, there is that word. The board proposes to pay out. So finally, the proposal will still be with you. Why don't you propose to us there, so that as we do all the other things, we'll be able to see where we are headed to.
Members,
and then we'll be able to question the board.
What I want
Why did you
to ask,
propose this? Yes,
can you be able to say that in 2025 we are going to pay this? It is not possible. So when it comes to that time, we are also going to write the same. The board proposes this, what you have made. Mr. Jenga.
Yes, thank you once again, Bwana Chairman. Bwana Karaja asked a very pertinent question, but I would like to add what the chairman has said. Bwana Karanja, as the income grows, as the revenue grows, our deposits also grow. And they might not be growing at the same rate as the revenues are growing. So we cannot project because we have not done the business. We are saying today, the loan in 2023 declined, serious. What about the economic situation changes in the course of time? What will we do? And we have told you, we will be in a problem. I would like to go to the supervisory report, page 28. Any reactions? 28. Page 29. Page 29, supervisory report. Page 30. Kuna mtu hapo.
Thank you. I'm Paul Mina, member number 14029. I want first of all commend the board and especially for the good work that they are doing. And of going online, that is the ICT way. And when I'm seated here, I'm being called by people who are outside there, saying that you have removed that link YouTube. So that can be followed by those people who are in that area. Thank you.
Thank you, Bwana Paul. I think the ICT people will respond to that. Karibu. Page 31. Page 32.
Thank you so much, Chairman. Waziri Mogo, the representative of the governor, and the chairman, supervisory board. So my attention has been drawn to page number 32. there is a heading there written, the challenge of the youth.
Yes.
And you have read it, the challenge of, it is written in bold, Times New Roman, and a very big size there, maybe size 14, the challenge of the youth. And I'm very much ashamed today that our Sacco can say that we are challenged to them.
Yes, but Chairman, once again, I would like to respond to him. Are you through?
No, I'm not through.
Yes.
So we are not a challenge to our mentor Sacco, because you can ask yourself, mtu amesave around 100,000, then akuwe challenge kwa Sacco. Kusema ukweli, hiyo ni challenge ama ni...
Yes, but I would like to respond to you.
Let me finish. It is an opportunity. From now onwards, in 2023, we should take the youth as an opportunity. We present an opportunity to this Sacco, and for us to take us as an opportunity, we need to be included. Because we can, maybe in the past years, our products have been maybe made to, tailored to us, the old people, the aging, you see. Now we need to change our thinking to look at this youth. We need to do something we call market segmentation. Angalieni kwa nini youth ana save 50,000, anaenda kwanza kuomba huko nje, anaenda pale kwa nini, kwa maybe Tara, halafu tena wakati amepata shida anarudi kwa mentor. It means we have a challenge with our products. Maybe our products are a problem to the youths. We need to think about these youths. We need to see them in a different way. We are not a challenge, we are an opportunity. Thank you.
Yes, thank you once again. We appreciate what you are saying. We are here because we want reactions from you so that we can become better. The language we have used in that particular report is the challenge facing the youth, not the youth being a challenge to the Sacco. Number two, we have been very pragmatic about the youth in the mentor Sacco. I would like to give you the following examples. One, last year but one, the Sacco introduced a product for 96 months, purposely or geared towards the young members of the society. This product was coined so that those who are joining the Sacco and they are young and they have not saved anything with the mentor Sacco, they can get a loan. Currently, we give the youngsters, the youth, loans up to 96 months without saving a coin. Number two, last year, the government employed interns. And there were so many all over the place, isn't it, as teachers. And we introduced a product called Karibu Loan. Every intern who was employed with the letter of offer from the government was given some money to set it down. That person was not a member of Mentor Sacco. They just filled in the forms. They filled their own forms. They looked for one guarantor from where they have been posted, and we give them their own. Number three, we look forward to you young people. The challenge we were talking about is one, the youth currently, we don't know your needs as you are saying. And that might be the reason why, when it comes to investment, unaanza kupanda mti juu, ukielekea chini. Na nilisema some youths, not all the youths. Wanapanda mti kutoka juu, wanaelekea nini? Yes, thank you for that work. Yes, I was saying, the young people, as you pursue this financial journey, let us be practical. Let us be realistic. Unataka kupata familia. Hiyo familia itakula. Itakaa vizuri. Itasoma. There is no logic of someone starting from the top as he aspires to be like the other people who have been in this service for a longer period of time. So tuanzie pale chini. Let us use the stairs, not the lifts. Because the moment you use the lifts, that is when you go wherever you are saying we go. Those branches, I don't know what kind of branches they are. You go and borrow loans. I tend to think we can tackle the particular problem of voting. When all of us become members of Mentor Sacco, who patronizes the Sacco, who patronizes the services that we are giving, and who are patriotic enough that whenever those others come asking you to go for those exorbitant loans, you always prefer Mentor Sacco to those others. That way, Mentor Sacco will go far and wide. Thank you. Page 32. Page 33. Kuna bwana Mbugua. Kuna mtu pale.
I'm Julius Mwangi, member number 12602. Ningependa, I'm on page that one. Meona mmesema mko na maono ya kwamba kufanya services zetu na product zitakuwa 80% ya services zetu na product zitakuwa digital. Nilikuwa nataka kuuliza vile mtafanya kuhusu, kuna siku last month on 9 December nilikosea till number nikilipa vitu mahali na nikakosea namba moja. So nilipopigia Safaricom wakaniambia nipigie watu wa Mentor na nikawapigia, lakini nikaambiwa nitagoja wiki 3 nitakuwa nimerudishwa hizo pesa, lakini hata wa leo ni wiki 5 zimeisha sijarudishwa. So nataka kuuliza, najua kuna jana nilienda kwa branch moja Kileini.
Yes, ningetaka kuendelea. Can you proceed? Tafadhali.
Ama mzime kama hizi badala ya hii ma screens tukue na zile tu.
Okay, thank you. Oh, nilikuwa nauliza mtafanya nini kuhusu hiyo issue kwa sababu watu huwa wanakosea. Sasa ukitukosea namba moja, alafu watu wa Safaricom wanasema mtu ako contact nini mentor Sacco. Alafu nikaambiwa ningoje wiki 3, sasa wiki 5 zimeisha, sijarudiziwa hizo pesa.
Yes.
Nimewahi kosea, nimewahi kosea kutoka Equity na niligojea tu 24 hours, within 24 hours nilikuwa nimerudishwa. Lakini sasa jana nilienda kwa branch nikaambiwa hiyo inakuanga 50-50. Unaweza pata ama ukose. Mnafanya nini kuhusu hilo jambo?
Yes, I think that is a very technical question. But what I would like to say before I refer this to the CEO is that Mentor Sacco has different kind of services as far as mobile banking is concerned. One, you might be interested in depositing pesa to Mentor Sacco. And in the process, the pay bill number for Mentor Sacco is 540,800. Most of the challenges that I see with this particular process of depositing money is that members put the account numbers instead of their telephone numbers. When you are depositing money to Mentor Sacco, always ensure the telephone number registered in the account is the account number. Number 2, when you transfer money from Mentor Sacco using option 5, pay other M-Pesa. It is just like when you pay using M-Pesa itself. If that money goes to someone who is not good, someone who is not honest, and I withdraw immediately, another kwa mfuko. So ensure the person whom you are sending the money to is the correct person, because if the money goes to the third party, unatumia mtu pesa iende kwa the wrong number, pengine huyo mtu hata kurudishia pesa. But if you send the money to the wrong pay bill number, the money will always come back somehow. Yes, he is saying he sent to the till number. Till numbers are owned by everybody, including you who has no business. Sivyo? Huyo ni mtu binafsi ulitumia pesa. Na kama vile nilisema, pengine huyu mtu si mwaminifu, is not honest enough to know that this is not my money. In the society today, kuna tulia nime tuige muno ithuĩ tiguo. No ikirie mundu mbeca, athondeke ni agwira. Please check the number before you send the money. The last page. The last page. Kama hakuna mtu ambaye akona swali katika the last page, once again I wish you all the best, and I know God is going to take us far. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bonajenga. I'm interested in that case, the member. Maybe before we leave here, I would like you to, because when you hear words 50-50, you know you're also interested. So please, before you go home, can you make sure that you either see the CEO, because we want to look at that case better. Now, on item number 6, and this one I want to call our auditors, Mazars, to come and present the audited account.
Happy New Year. God is good. Another time. My name is FCP Charles Gaduto, partner with Mazars LLP, then the auditors who you have appointed to come back. You're aware we were here 3-4 years ago, and now we are glad that you gave us a chance to come and do your audits and presentation of the financial statements. And we are glad to be here. I'm with my colleague here, Daniel Kariuki, the audit director. Before he became the director, when you were here, we were here last, he was a manager. He has grown. Just like we have seen the Sacco has grown, and we are glad to be part of that development. Having said that, Chair, if you allow me, before I allow Daniel to present the report, just allow me to comment to answer the member who mentioned about the auditors, whether, when you said others, whether there was a shortage of papers. That's why we have to say others. Let me answer that and tell you, honorable member, that the figure, what you're mentioning, is in this report. However, in the full set of financial statements, every figure in the balance sheet and P&L is supported by notes. So when you see other payables or other receivables, there is a note, ukopele. I think it should be on page 29 of the full financial statements, and we have explained clearly and broken down the figures that you mentioned. So it is the presentation of the financials, and we are guided by the International Financial Reporting Standards, Bwana Member, and if you look at page 29, you will see that breakdown of other payables, which is actually, if you want to know, it is actually the payables is what is due to you as the dividends, which was accrued last year in December, and since it is payable to you this year, it becomes a payable. So you are getting your payment this year. So hence, the word payable. Without further ado, let me allow the director to do the presentation and the auditor's opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senior. As I said, my name's Daniel Kariuki. I'm a director in charge of financial institutions. Like we are here for the society, so that is where I usually do my work. That is on financial institutions. I'll take you through the numbers. Maybe Chair, just allow me to go to page 19 of your report. From there, members, let's go to page 19. That's where we are comparing the society, mentor society, with the sector. And as you can see from that, without going so much in deep into it because it's Chairman's report, in every other aspect, we are performing well. I'll come to the institutional capital, total assets, the percentage, which the Chairman talked about, and which also affects the payout as we move on. So from that page, we go to page number 40. Page number 40. Page number 40 explains the statistical information of the society. It gives us the first item there. It gives it's the membership, just so that the Sacco is growing. In that year, we had an additional approximate of 7,400 members who joined the society. In terms of number of employees, we have 57 members. Last year was 53 employees. 35 are female and 22 are males. We have 5 branches, including the head office and 5 marketing units. If you go to the financials, this is a summary. We'll still go to the numbers as I explain some questions which are asked. The total assets for the society grew from 11.8 to 13.4 in the current year. We have members' deposits grew from 9 million to 10.2. That's a growth of 1.2. Total deposits we have loans and advances to members. We had 8.2 billion in 2022. 2023, we had 9.4. We have investments, what the chairman said that the investments we have done out other than giving the loans. We have core capital, 1.9 billion. Last year was 1.7. We have total revenue, 1.8 billion. Last year, 1.5, a growth of 300 million. So that explains, that page explains the numbers. We'll go see them in details. If you go to page number 41, it gives the ratios. When we talk about the ratios, SASLA, who is the regulator for societies, has given the minimum ratios that you are supposed to have as a society. So we have managed to comply with all of them. The institutional capital total assets, just allow me to mention there because it's been talked about. This one, they look at the total assets. As you grow, you are supposed to compare that to the capital that the society have. In one side, you look at it, it's being better because the assets are growing. On the other side, SASRA says, as the assets are growing, you are supposed to also be growing the capital. So that is the ratio he was talking about, the chairman. And when you are declaring the payments to the members, you have to comply to that. If you have not complied, they have to retain some of the income to meet that ratio. That's why I'm talking to a question which was asked by my namesake, Daniel Kariuki. So I think I needed to explain there. There we have total expenses to total revenue. In the current year, that is 2023, that was 26.7. Last year was 28%, meaning the expenditure as a comparison to revenue have come down. The payments out to the members out of the total revenue, it's 57%. Last year was 58. So again, that question was asked about that. The last line there is total delinquent loans against the gross loan portfolio. That measures whether the loans which you have, whether they are being paid and on timely manner. It shows that our payment of the loans have a bit deteriorated from 3.8% to 5.4%. So again, that one will have an impact on the payments which are going down, because when the payments to the loans, as per the terms agreed between the member and the societies, go down, SASRA again comes and says that you have to put some reserves, which also hits on the revenue which we have and which we look at when you're paying out the payments to the members in terms of rebates, dividends. From there, I request members, we go to page 54. On page 54, this is, again, there's a question which was asked about what remains, how it's being used. So this is the profit and expenses. The incomes, all the incomes we got, all the expenses which we had, and what have gone to the reserves. So interest on loans, we had 1.4 billion. Last year was 1.2. That's a growth of approximately 265 million. Other interest income is 192 compared to 145. These are the investments which the society have placed with other banks. They are earning interest income. We come to interest expenses, which is 1 billion. Last year was 900. That is the payment which will be paid to the members. Out of the 1.6, we are left there with net interest income of 621. That again, question was asked, how the 621 is used. We'll get the breakdown there. Other income, member, I also like to add to my senior when you have sent that. Mostly when we use the word other as much as it will have a breakdown on the full set of the financial statements. We usually look at the core business. The core business of this society is to give loans. So the income, we say, is interest income. So if we have any other income, which is not from your principal activity of giving loans, and there are so many, because like here, when we're saying other income, we have shares, maybe like with cooperative or banks. So we earn dividend income. Again, there we have some SMS charges which are being charged. We have withdrawal charges, we have processing fee. So you get, it's quite a lot of items, but it's not the core business of, and that's why when we add up these together, we call it other income. And I've explained how that comes about, but in the full set, there is a breakdown unto that. So we end up with 769 million, last year 633. So out of that, we paid out the personnel, 164 million. There is governance expenses at 72. There was an increase in member education and going to the places where they want to get new members. We have marketing expenses at 12.7. Last year was 9.4. The chairman in the report talked about the drives they are doing, especially in the side of Kiambu, to have more members coming in. That explains why there was a change there. Depreciation is the usual wear and tear of assets. Administration expenses, I've talked about when the loans are not performing such that the regulator requires you to put a profession. So included in administration expenses, the profession which was there last year, we have increased it by that 6 million because of the non-performance of the loans. So when you look at that administrative expenses, basically it's not that they have increased, it's because of that reserve you have to put aside depending on how the loan book is performing. We have financial expenses. These are the fixed deposits we have. We have providers like the ones who give us this SMS, who support, so that expense goes there. After you raise all those expenses, you are left with 280. Out of the 280, you pay taxes. You are left with 232. The gain loss in fair values, we have invested somewhere in shares, sometimes because of the market and the economy, how it's happening. Some shares are losing value. So the total comprehensive income for the year was 223. Last year, 155. That is a growth of an approximate of 70 million, which have gone to the reserves. So the question which was asked about how 600 after you pay out or spent, that's how it was spent. We go to page number 55. Page 55, this shows the assets, the liabilities, and the equity for the society. So in terms of cash and cash equivalents, as at 31st December, the Sacco had liquid cash of approximately 2.5 billion. Last year was 2 billion, meaning the Sacco is liquid to advance loans. Prepayments and sundry receivables, these are payments which we pay in advance to the choosers before the TSC dispatches the money. Loan to members, that is what we have issued. Our own book stands at 9.4. Last year was 8.3. Investment property from 734 to 726. The reduction there is the sale of Kwanza plots. We have financial investments. The money we have invested in shares, in any other investments is at 106 million. Last year, 107. There was no disposal there. It's because of the market and the share prices sometimes fluctuate. Intangible assets, no major change there. The reduction there is just the wear and tear, which is provided for using the intangible assets we have. Property, plant and equipment, last year was 90. This year is 120. There is an investment there of approximately 30 million. This is work in progress. The chairman and the CEO have talked about the core banking system, the IT, which is already work in progress. So the change there is because that work have already started. That is the money so far as at that 1st December, which they have spent. We go to liabilities. The total assets, that's the breakdown of the total assets of the society at 13.5 billion. Last year was 11.7. So the assets for the society have grown in that year by 1.7 billion. We go to liabilities. We have non-withdrawable deposits. Last year we had 7.3. In the current year is 8.5. So there is a growth in non-withdrawable deposits by 1.2 billion. Member savings, that is FOSA, from 1.6 billion to 1.7. We have the taxation, 14.5 last year, 3.2. This is what is going to be paid, so it doesn't necessarily mean that it have reduced. What usually happens during the year, you are supposed to pay installment taxes. So when you do your books at the year, you less what you have paid, and whatever is there is the amount which is now due to be paid. We have other payables, another use of the word other payables. That is the total amount which will be paid to members. Now it is to 2023, but now will be paid in 2024. So the total amount which will be paid to members as rebates and dividends totals to 1.18 from 1.01 in the previous year. We have trade payables, approximately, no change there. It is 20 million, last year 19.5. So the total liability stands at 11.4, last year 9.9. We have share capital, that's equity. In the current year is 868, in the previous year 740. So there is a growth. Members have added their share capital by 170 million. Reserves is at 1.2 billion compared to last year 1.1. The money which have been left, what we've talked about, the reserves, that is the change which have gone there. So that page represents the assets, liability, and equity of the society. Having said that, I'll go to our report. So our report is on page 44. If we are there, just allow me not to be verbatim on the others, other than the first two paragraphs. And it's to indicate that we have audited the financial statements of Mentor Savings and Credit Cooperative Society Limited for the year ended 31st December 2023. The society's financial statements complies. The society's statement of financial position, statement of comprehensive income, cash flow statement, and statement of changes in equity for the year then ended, and notes comprising a summary of the accounting policies and other explanatory information. And it's in our opinion that the society's financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of Mentor Savings and Credit Cooperative Society Limited as at December 31st, 2023, and of its financial performance for the year 2023. And we confirm that the financials have been prepared in accordance with international financial reporting standards and other applicable laws. Basis of opinion, this is to indicate that we are independent. We are required to be dependent by the ethics board, from the board, from the management. So we are independent. We are confirming to you that. Other information, that is on page number 45. Other information is that we are required to check the reports which will accompany the financial statements, like the chairman's report, the CEO, the supervisory report, and we are required to ensure that they are in line with the financial statements which we have gone through and they don't defeat, and we have nothing to report in that regard. Materiality is that to indicate that we look at material items which may arise due to fraud and error and may be considered material individually or in aggregate, and we confirm that we have no items to report on that. The scope of our audit and areas of our focus is to indicate that we conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing. We designed our audit by determining the materiality and any other risks of materiality. Key audit matters is that the items we are supposed as auditors to look at them and see that they are key and they have been addressed on properly. IFRS 9, that's on accounting standards. We're looking at it to ensure that the provisioning, which is based on the loans which you have issued out, have been computed properly. IFRS 15 is just to ensure that all the revenue which have come into these books, it have been earned. So we also looked at the impairment on loans and advances, and we addressed it, and we have no matters to report. On page 49 is that also to confirm to the members that we looked at the IT system and the controls which rotate at the financial reporting, and we confirm that there were no matters to report on that. On page 50 is the responsibilities of management and the directors for the financial statement, and that is just to note that the responsibility to ensure preparation and maintenance of proper books of accounts rests with the directors. Page 51, we talk about the auditor's responsibility. What is our responsibility as we are auditors? And our objective is to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statements as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, and to issue an auditor's report, which I started with in our opinion. And we confirm that we have done that. We go to page 53, is on report on other legal and regulatory requirements, and it's in our opinion the accounting and other records required by the Act to be kept by the society, of which we are the auditors, have been properly kept in accordance with the provisions of the Sacco Societies Act. This report was signed by FCPA Charles Gaduto, practicing number 1231 on 10th January 2024. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. As I told you, I'm Robert Kibe, the treasurer, and I now want to get a proposer for those accounts and a seconder.
Member number 6.
Seconder. Okay, then from there, we need to ask ourselves whether there are issues that you need to raise from that, so that the auditor may come back here and explain the issues that you may raise. Yes, without any other issue, I take you to agenda 7. Agenda number 7, consideration and approval of the year 2023 dividends and honorarium. I will just take you to page 24. Having gone through the accounts with the auditor and all the figures have been laid out, I now conclude this one by saying, this year the board recommends a payment of interest on non-withdrawable deposits at a rate of 12.4 and a dividend on share capital at a rate of 15%. A proposal for that, Madam.
Alice Mboro, member number 760.
13760.
I propose.
It's seconder.
Wandeli number 1619.
Yeah, 17, 19.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. With that then, it means you have declared that this dividend can be paid out. Sawa. So you have authorized the CEO to plug in. Okay, thank you. That is gone. Unless there is any issue, and I believe there isn't. So we go to agenda number 8. Appointment of year 2024 auditors. We have had Mazars LLB for the last year. And the rule is they take us for the next 3 years, for the next 2 years now. So we just get them continuing with the auditing for this year and next year. A proposal for that?
John Mwangi Gashui, senior citizen, member number 7941.
7941. Seconder?
Kelvin Mwangi, member 19106.
I believe there is nobody who has opposition to that. So we say Mazars LLB will continue for this year and next year. Thank you very much. I now invite the CEO to deal with the pertinent issues that were raised here and there, as we are almost through with the AGM. Karibu, Madam Joyce.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon, members. We have several issues that came up in the course of the meeting that I was supposed to clarify. One of them was about the withdrawal, and I think I had clarified earlier, but I'll clarify for the sake of the member who asked, because we said and we agreed that we don't have or we don't request members to alternate their guarantors unless they are withdrawing from the Sacco, regardless of the category of membership, regardless of age, as long as a member has deposits and was originally considered as a guarantor, we don't at any one time, even as at now, that is the practice, we don't request for alternative guarantors. There's another question that was asked about their own restructuring. And in the course of the meeting, several speakers have spoken on this, but I feel it is also good that I clarify that even as at now, we are doing loan restructuring because of the issues that we have talked about. We have had income declining, both for the employed and the non-employed members. So before we attach any loan to a guarantor, we first of all exhaust all avenues. We make sure that we liaise with the member, we discuss with them, we find out whether there is any way that they can be able to make the repayment regardless of the period that they are going to take to pay. Sometimes some of the members hide themselves, so I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to come to us when you are called upon. If you are not repaying your loan in the way we agreed in the agreement, kindly, when called upon, come to the office or talk to us through any of the channels available so that we can come up with an agreement so that you do not affect your guarantors. But sometimes the defaulters run away, and even the guarantors themselves confess because they know them, they confess that they are not able to trace them or the person has become undermined, and then we have no other alternative apart from attaching. So I want you members to note that we empathize with you. We would not want to attach anyone if there is any chance of making it possible not to attach. And in fact, even before attaching, the first thing we do is, first of all, to offset the member's loan against the deposits that the members is holding so that we attach as little amount as possible. So welcome, have a conversation with our team so that we can come up with a better way of handling this. And I'm calling up upon the persons that have defaulted so that don't hide yourself. We are ready to reason. We are ready to hear what you have and we are ready to take up runs. And I am sure those of you who have visited the office can bear witness to this. Then there was another issue still regarding to that on how, although the auditor has explained how the other income, apart from whatever is paid out as dividends, is spent. And there's a member there who said that somebody had proposed a 70-30 sharing among the returns to members and the other expenses. And I would want you to note from the accounts that although we have not attained the 70%, and members, a target is a target. Sindio, that is what we have agreed. There are very many things that determine, even when we are doing our plans, even as individuals. We target to reach that far, but the reality is the reality. We can only get what is available. And that is why we are urging you to continue patronizing the Sacco's products. You continue uptaking the loans, bring us good members like you have always done. We are very happy when we find a whole family is a member of Mentor Sacco. We don't take that for granted, and it is because we know you believe in us. And with that, we are going to be able to achieve more. So kindly continue patronizing the products, because whatever is going to be shared is what we are earning. And we cannot share more. Remember, like the chairman was saying, other than the expenses that we can see here, there are some ratios that the chairman was saying that I am going to tell you about, especially about the institutional capital. That is a ratio that has been put in place to ensure the stability of the institution. We don't want to share out everything that we have earned and leave Mentor Sacco without anything, because we would want even future generations to come and find the Sacco sound and moving, so that they can also enjoy like we are enjoying. So it is our objective, and that is what it has actually been made a regulatory requirement, that as much as you earn, you have to make some retention. Some of the retentions are based on, for example, assets. We are talking about the growth of the loan book. Remember, if you look at our books, you can see our major asset is the loan that we grant to the members. And that is why we are saying that this is the core business of the Sacco. So if we are saying that we want to grow revenue, what are we growing so that the revenue can grow? We have to grow the loan book first. What does growing the loan book mean? Growing the loan book means we are growing the society's assets. And we have to maintain a 10% core capital total assets ratio. So it means whatever amount that we are talking about today will be different from what we shall be required to have next year, because we shall experience growth, and that is what we want. So I am saying these issues require a lot of balancing, and they have been put as such to ensure the stability of the Sacco. There is one ratio that we have seen that the chairman also talked about, the institutional capital to total assets ratio. The institutional capital is that money that Mentor Sacco, as you stand there with your deposits as a member, tukipangwa laini hapa, watu wasimame hapo, Mentor Sacco isimame hapo kando, because Mentor Sacco is also a person. And that is why we are saying for growth, Mentor Sacco has to stand on its own feet. And the institutional capital is that money that Mentor Sacco can call its own, that which we retain, that which we cannot list a list of members and say, this is what belongs to JJ, this is what belongs to this other member. So that money purely belongs to the institution. And this is a very critical ratio that is taken very seriously, and it stands at 8%. So the institutional capital belonging to Mentor Sacco has to be maintained at all times at not less than 8%. And remember, it is a percentage of that institutional capital to the total assets that we are saying we want to grow. For us to grow, we have to raise the loan book. When the loan book rises, our assets grow. So that is why you have heard the chairman saying that we cannot, as much as we want to plan, and because we want you to go and market us out there, we cannot stand here and promise you to go and tell the potential members that we shall pay at a rate of 18%, leave around 20. We can't, because we want to be people of promises. We don't want you to come here and accuse us next year that we have not done this. So we have to tell you the truth. We have to tell you how we arrive at these issues so that you also understand, because it is very important for us to talk from a point of information. So the institutional capital total assets ratio must be greater than 8%. From the booklet that we have on page 19, you can see our institutional capital to total assets is at 8%. That is the minimum that has been set. We have tried our best, and we cannot complain because members, you are patronizing, and that is why our assets are growing. And remember, I said the assets, the major asset, more than right now about 80% of the assets is the loan book. And we cannot say that that is wrong. So we have to continue working very hard to maintain this ratio. If you look at the average in the sector, it is 9.58. Ours is at 8. Always there. We are always holding our hands to make sure that we attain that ratio. How do we attain that ratio? From the revenue that we are talking about. Before we distribute the dividends, we have to make sure that we share out some of the interest or some of the surpluses that we have to make sure that now the ratio stays or remains at 8. We would be very happy if we can be at 10, but we also would want to move slowly, and that is why we are urging you to patronize the products and services so that we can be able to maintain growth so that our generations, the future generations that will come, will find a stable mentor circle, just like we found it. Imagine if you never found mentor, what would we be doing? So these are the questions that we ask ourselves when we are doing these things, and they are set standards that we have to abide with, that we have to make sure that they are achieved. There are other issues, many issues that have been talked about the system. We are working very hard to make sure that we get a good system, a better system that is going to serve our members even better. The chairman said that with the current system that we are using, we have used it from the year 2007, and we are very grateful because so far, even if we want to change it, the far we have reached, it is because of that system. Isn't it, members? Whatever retro, whatever much we have achieved, it is because of that system. Then we have to be very careful to ensure that we don't move from a system that has served us for so many years, from 2007 to date. That is quite a number of years. We don't want to move from such and then go somewhere else, and within 2-3 years, we are saying that we still want to change. So it is something that has to take processes, that has to move slowly, so that we can be as sure as possible that we are going to bring you a system that is going to perform what we are promising you. So we are happy because of your support this far, and we really, really appreciate. I don't think there's anything I have forgotten. We are going to look at the issues of quick fix, Mr. JJ, and the interests. We are going to look at them. And in fact, whatever infrastructure that we shall get in terms of the system will go a long way in doing this. We would want also to encourage you members. Let me tell you the reason why we find ourselves in a fix. It is because as much as we try to market to you, we try to create awareness to you members to channel your other sources of income. I'm very grateful. I appreciate those members who are channeling their other sources of income. And now I want to urge any other person who has other sources of income. You know, sometimes you feel very bad when a member comes to the office. He or she, based on the statement, on the whatever information that they have provided us as their statement, as their income, you see that on average, every month, whether a business person or an employed person, the average take home or the average that you can say is disposable income to the member is maybe 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a month. And then you ask this person, you want to tell me you survive on this 4,000 or 2,000 that we can see? They don't. Where do you people take your money? how can you tell us that you survive on the little that you show us? And we are urging you to give us your true selves so that we can also be able to serve you better. I am telling you, if you can be able, yes, JJ, if you can be able to do these, members, we will even be able, with the robust system that will come by, we can even offer also our own freezer, so that when you go to a supermarket to do shopping, you just go to our app and you pay without money in your account. Because we know in the next 1-2 days, you are going to deposit money in your account. But now you hold your money in M-Pesa, you take it elsewhere, Kaidre, make sure you do that so that we can be able to serve you better. And this will translate also to raising our revenue. Remember, we have said, Mentor Sacco's core business is renting to you. If 80% of our business is what you borrow from us, that means it is a key issue into how much revenue we shall get. So please, members, as much as you want to task us, and we are really ready to serve you, also task yourselves. Make sure that you bring us your incomes so that we can be able to appraise you even better. And with whatever we are promising will be coming, then the products and services can become even better than they are. So I want to take this opportunity again to thank those members who are bringing. We have members who are channeling their tea, milk, any other proceeds that they have, the deposit through M-Pesa, and that is why the board has been very strategically, we have made it very easy for you members to deposit money in your accounts. The Sacco bears the deposit charges, and we are going to continue bearing the charges so that we can encourage you members to deposit even 100 shillings without a charge. If you deposit whatever amount you deposit through the Sacco's pay bill, you are not charged anything. Depositing money in your M-Pesa, you are not charged. Depositing money in Mentor Sacco, you are not charged. So please, members, embrace that product. You don't have to move to any branch. You just have to go to the M-Pesa shop near you. They are distributed all over, even in the smallest shopping centers. You must find an M-Pesa outlet. So please support us in that so that then we can also be able to support you. Remember, we are going to use that. You know, it feels bad when somebody asks you, can I come with my M-Pesa statement for you to appraise me? Why aren't you bringing that money here instead of telling us to refer to the M-Pesa statement? Please, Kaidre, patronize. That is our flagship product. That is why I am really talking about the pay bill and the mobile banking platform. And we appreciate, we are grateful. We have had the figures. Chairman has read what has transactions have happened, both deposits and withdrawals. And that tells us, and we have seen, that you people, if you move the next step, you are going to do great. Then we have a question that was asked by Bidan about the loan product for the retirees. And another person, another member asked about the interest. We don't charge interest rates that are different from retirees to other members. All normal loans are charged at an interest of 1% per month on a reducing balance, and the board has gone even a step further to reduce the interest rate that we are charging at 1.25 on the Jijege, as long as, because you also have to pay your part members, as long as you are within the shares multiplier. If you are within the shares multiplier, interest rate is at 1% per month for salaried loans, because we have to emphasize on that, because I don't want somebody to come tomorrow to the office and say that I said all loans are charged at 1%. Salaried loans, the reason why we have a difference in interest rate between salaried and non-salaried is because of the risk. Remember, we have to sit down as a team, appraise all the products, develop products with facts. Because somebody who is employed is not even he is not the one who is going to bring the money to the office to make deductions for the loan or for deposits or whatever. But even if it is somebody who is employed and you have taken a business loan, because we said all members are equal, even the people that are employed are also eligible to take business loans, and that is why we are telling you to channel your other sources of income. So for business loans that you have to bring money to the office at your own wish, at your own time. After maybe you do your spending, sometimes in a particular month, you find that you have some bills that you feel are critical than the obligation that you have in Mentor Sacco, so you don't bring that money. That is the reason why there is that differentiation of interests for salaried loans and non-salaried loans. Otherwise, thank you very much, members. I want to take this opportunity again to thank you for your patronage. You have come in very big numbers, and we don't take this for granted. I believe, Chairman, next time we shall have to look for a bigger tent, maybe double, because I never thought that we would be full in this tent. But I still can see some seats. So those people who are standing at the back, there are seats in front here. Maybe the people that have seats available can move to the next seat so that the empty seats can be left on the edges, so that the people that are coming can be able to see them instead of having them in the middle. Chairman, with your permission, we had done introductions at the beginning of the meeting, but we have some visitors that came in the course of the meeting. We have our CEC for cooperatives, Mr. Mogo. Maybe you can say hi.
Thank you very much, Madam CEO, and also the chairman of this Sacco, and also all the board members and everyone. God is good all the time. So my name is Paul Mugo. I'm the CEC for Trade, Industry, Tourism and Cooperative, and I'm very grateful to be with you. I'll be talking to you later. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We also have visitor, Mr. Gaduto introduced himself, so I'm not going to introduce him again, our external auditor. We have KETSA. Chairman talked about Kenya Teachers Saccos Association. We are proud to have the KETSA manager with us. You can say hi to the members.
The chairman, the board of Mentor Sacco, invited guests, members. Good afternoon. My name is Ivy Kageni. I am the Association for Kenya Teachers Saccos Association. KETSA is the umbrella body for teacher Saccos in the country, and Member Sacco is one of us. Mr. Kamau is my board of director, and he represents the Mount Kenya region, as he said. And also, Madam Joyce is the chair for all the CEOs in the country. So thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here.
We also have our colleague, stakeholder from Cusco. Kindly introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. All protocols observed. My name is Michael Msangi, representing Cusco. Branch is a Nyeri branch that covers this area. Nasema asanti sana kwa kunialika. Naleta salamu zote kutoka kwa board na management ya Cusco. Mmesalimika? Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. Cusco is a body that has played a big role in the movement, and we are proud to be associated with Cusco. We also have my colleague CEO from Kenya Police Sacco.
Bwana Chairman, Board of Directors, wageni wote, members wa Mentor Sacco Angurta Siaya. Mimi ndio CEO wa Kenya National Police Duty Sacco. Na pia ni rafiki ya Mentor through Joyce. Huwa tuna interact naye mara nyingi on the CEOs Forum ya National now. Say I'm very, very happy to have been invited. Na kuna vitu nimesoma. Nimesoma mambo mengi, nimesoma vile Mentor Sacco amefanya kazi nzuri. Na wamereport very good numbers, and I'm very much impressed. Na pia imesemekana ya kwamba all members are what? All members are? Nimesoma hiyo kitu. I know we've been having a challenge. Sometimes people saying we're in class A, we're in class B, but I think that is illegal. Na tusome hivyo. Otherwise, Joyce, congratulations. kunialika, na keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We also have a guest from Codic Limited. Codic Limited has offered us the system that we are using, and we are still using it. It is the one that is going to pay the dividends that we are saying we are going to pay out to you members. Rahab, kindly introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, members. All protocols observed. I'm Rahab Chege from Codic Limited. I'm here representing our CEO, Mr. Karanja, who was not able to come. We are very grateful for the invitation. We pray that Mentor will go to the heights as they aspire to grow. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We have somebody who has not introduced himself here.
Thank you, Board of Directors, led by the Chair, distinguished guests, fellow cooperators. My name is Julius Kamau Wagithaiga. I am a servant of the teachers in Kenya National Union of Teachers, Murang'a North Branch. I have apologies for Secretary Murang'a South, who is Jata, and his greetings. Thank you so much. I can see Gashero, an elected official. Any other elected official in the House? We can see Maina. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chairman, I think I am through with the introductions. Although we introduced the board members that were seated there, Mr. Ashira, maybe you can say hi now from here.
The board and the guest, our members, or my fellow cooperators, good afternoon. My names are Nahashon Wachira. I was a member, or I was a board member from 1997 up to 2006. I was also the treasurer of this Sacco. And it is during our time that we bought that building where you are housed. Thank you. And may our Sacco grow further.
Thank you very much, Mr. Washira. Maybe Chairman, with your permission, if we have any other board member who is with us, please, do we have any other board member with us? Yes, Mr. Kegodho, he is waving his hand. He's our former treasurer. Thank you very much, Mr. Kegodho. Who is this? No. Julius, no, can you stand up? I was not able to see you well. Yes, Julius Maina is also a former board member representing Keharo, Kagema, and Madioya in the supervisory. We are proud of you, former board members. It is because of you that we are here. Because members entrusted you with the resources of Mentor Sacco, and you brought Mentor Sacco this far, and that is why we will continue encouraging you to continue being members of the Sacco. We are happy. The Chairman, I think I'm through. Oh, okay. So Chairman has given me the permission to proceed with the program. Yes. Mr. Morira? Mr. Morira? Oh, sorry. He will say hi to you. He has stepped out. He was with us. So I was saying that the chairman has given me the permission to proceed with the program. It is time to go through the budget in our booklets on page 57. We are reading the year 2024 operational budget and year 2025 provisional budget. Members, you always know why the reason why we do this. Last year, this year's budget, the year 2024 budget, was a provisional budget because we don't want to have a situation where we are running without a budget, and that is why we have been able to conduct even this AGM, because you had given us a provisional budget for year 2024. So now we are confirming the operational budget that was provisional last year for the year 2024, and also reading out a 2025. So I read the fourth quarter item, which is the current year's budget, and then I read the year 2025 provisional budget figures. So we have incomes. The first item of income is interest on members' loans. we are planning, or we hope to attain a total interest on members' loans of 1,785,266,264 for the year 2024, and a provisional one for 2,174,453,092. We have been explained by the auditor why we are writing other incomes, because we cannot write other items. And 278.6 million in the year 2025. Entrance fees, we hope to attain 13.6 million in the year and 16.6 million in the year 2025. Dividend received, the dividend we received from the NACOS, we hope to attain that 1,870,000 the year 2024. And that it obtained a total income of 2,187,663,801 for the year 2024, and 2,664,574,509 for the year 2025. Then the items of expenditure, the first one is interest on deposits. That is what we are paying out today, 1,220,548. For the year 2025, 1,145.2 million for the year 2025. Personnel expenses, and 214.4 million for the year 2025. And a provisional budget for year 2025 at 112.8 million. Marketing expenses, 12.3 million for the year 2024, 15.1 million for the year 2024, and 46.5 million for the years. Because members, and there was this outcry, members were saying that they are going to be taxed. It is not you members as individuals that pay the levy that was moving around the social media, because it is important to clarify. What is charged on the Sacco at 0.0175% of the total deposits held. So it is a maximum of, it is set at a maximum of 10 million. So once a Sacco attains the 10 million, you don't pay more than that. And that is why, because we are already there, for the last about 3 years, we have paid the levy at 10 million per year. And that is why we are budgeting 10 million, because we are sure that it is going to remain. We are paying at 10 million. Then we have the depreciation, 0.2 million for the year 2024 and 45.4 million for the year 2025. Then we have financial expenses at 51.06 million for the year 2024 and 62.246 million for the year 2025. Corporation tax, we have said what we have said. We are budgeting for the year 2025. For bad and doubtful debt at 42.0. And remember, members, even if you don't default, even if you don't default on your own, we shall still be required to make a provision, because as I have always said, I don't know whether you remember, it is a requirement that every loan that you take, by the time you leave the door, we provide it at 1%. So every loan that is held by members, we are not talking about unpaid loan or a defaulted loan. We are talking about loan that has been granted to a member. The first category, when we are making the provisions, is all the society's loan book provide 1%. And that is why I'm telling you, these things go affecting each other. So this provision also affects the surplus that finally at the end of the day we shall share out to the members, and we have to do it at 1% of performing loans, both performing and non-performing. So we are budgeting the provision for doubtful debts at 42.3 million and 51.6 million for the year 2025. Then we have the total expenditure budgeted at 1.856 billion for the year 2024 and 2.191 billion for the year 2025. Members, we are hoping that if all goes according to plan, we shall have attained a surplus of 331,011,660 in the year 2024 and 473 million. I proceed to the cash budget 1 year because we are trying to show you members how much cash we have. 477,080,244. So the cash that we expect to raise in the course of the year, the sources: 1, interest on members' loan. As we have read in the budget, we expect 1,785,265,264. Sale of loan funds, 3.3 million. Interest from bank, 228.8 million. Entrance fee, 13.6 million. Dividend received, 31.8 million. Sundry income, 93.165. And then the growth turnover, we are still on the item of the expected cash. We turn over to page 59. We see the growth that we expect to get from the deposits and share capital that you people will mobilize. We shall mobilize 2,187,663,801, giving us a total cash receipt of 6,852,407,845. So that is the total expected cash that we are going to handle in the course of the year. Then the cash that is needed, the sources, the cash how the cash is going to be utilized, I think in simple language. So we have dues to members. We have resoluted to make a payout. People have authorized 1,189,006,501. This is the total dividends and interest on deposits that we are going to pay out to members today. I believe we have already done so. Then the cash increase in loans, we expect the loan book to grow by 1,249,633,927. Administration expenses, these are the expenses as they are in the budget. 277,646,089. Personnel expenses, 192,990,357. Governance expenses, 92,559,007 shillings. Financial expenses, 65,194,856. Financial expenses at 3 billion. Financial investments. We hope that if you don't take loans, we shall invest this money so that it can earn us interest like we have observed this year. Capital expenditure at 99 million. So the expected cash payment at 6,166,030,737, leaving us with a balance that we expect, if things go the way we have planned, we expect to have a cash in hand balance as at 31st December 2024, amounting to 686,377,108. Thank you, members, for listening to me.
Thank you, Madam Joyce. I just want you to stand there because can we have a proposer and a seconder? Proposer. Tunataka proposer. Haya, uko na akawa pia wako na mic. Oh, there's somebody. At least we have a lady. You know, I was wondering where the ladies are. Haya.
Lucy Rido, TSC number 515461. I do propose.
Thank you. Nilikuwa nimeona huko kuna mtu huko ana second.
Charles Kahehura, member number 10903.
Thank you, thank you. So the budget has been presented to you. If there is anything, Joyce.
Any reactions, members? Yes.
When you upgrade this system, can you move an octave higher, whereby before I guarantee Mr. JJ alone, so that I can gauge the likelihood of devoting? Is it possible for me to get some information through that system about him before I guarantee we minimize the problems to the members?
What kind of information maybe, Mr. Kenyajui?
I can, when you get to know about the salaried people, I'm talking about those ones, I can check your pay slip and I know, are you likely to devote?
I'm happy, Mr. Kenyajui has said that, members. You know, we have talked about this for some time, and what he has said is available with the member when they are discussing about the guarantorship. Sindio? So that member, and Mr. Kenyajui, you people know those members very well. And the reason why I insist that you sign somebody you know, some of the information that we request in the form is number one, the name. I can come with an application form to you that does not indicate the wrong applicant. Why? Because I have a plan. I know you can sign for me, but you can maybe not sign for somebody else. So I'll impersonate myself. I bring you a loan application form that does not have a name. You sign knowing that you are signing for me. So please, members, one of the key issues that you must make sure that you look at on the loan application form is the name of the member or the name of the applicant. And us in the office, we don't take cancelled forms. We don't take cancellations, especially on the name. If the name is altered, Mr. Kenyajui, we tell the member to go and sign or have another form signed because we don't know the reason why that form has been cancelled. Number two, make sure you read the amount that the member is applying. Make sure you know, because there is a portion, there is whereby you are supposed to, the member is supposed to input the amount that he or she is applying. Number three, the period within which that person wants to pay that loan, so that you are well aware, so that you know you have signed for Joyce for 96 months for 5 million. And then we shall not have issues. Thank you, Mr. Kenyajui. But we are doing everything possible to make sure members are well informed, even through the members' education and information days.
Okay, thank you, Madam Joyce, the CEO. But you have not addressed the issue of either reviewing the retiree mean payment period for the rooms, either to increase from 48 months or to, like the others. You did not address that one.
Oh, sorry, Bidan. Yes, we are going to relook at that so that we see what period is best for those. We have said that we should not talk about retirees. Yes, so we will look at that class of membership so that we can see. And most of the times it is about negotiation because we will have to have back and forth. We see what better you can qualify for. But still on that, Bidan and the rest of the members, please, for better appraisal, as I said, channel your other sources of income through the Sacco. William.
Thank you, CEO. I'm Timothy Warui, TSC number 448. One of the members who come from other counties. And I would like, first of all, to thank you for the way you visited us there in Kiabu. And I thank you for the way you are accommodating us. My question is, we are talking of now increasing our cash here, whether there is a way into which you people, you can assist us to assess our money in our former Sacco so that we can be able to build up here. Please, kindly help us. Thank you.
Okay, that is well noted, but I cannot promise that we can be able to assist you get the money. We can try liaise with the SACCOs, but legally we have no mandate as an institution, but maybe you can still continue pushing. I believe and I hope that the government is doing something, access the money that you hold in the other SACCO.
I believe here we have assortment of very high intelligence quotient, and maybe this is where I am. That is why I want to ask what may appear like a very obvious question. I got interested to know, when I first of all joined this Sacco, we were told that one share had the value of 20 bob. I want to ask whether the value of the share has changed, or has it stagnated at 20 bob? I'm sorry if that one.
Okay, no, it is not a bad question. It is a very good question, because it is important even for, maybe it will inform even other members. We still maintain the value of the share at 20 shillings, members. Why? And you are well aware that you have maybe shares in other companies that are trading in the stock exchange, and those are the companies that are able to determine the market rate of their shares. So if today we stood here, or if the chairman and the board stood here and told you members that the value of the share in Mentor Sacco is 100 shillings, I would tell you it will not be true, because there is no way of confirming that value. So what we do, members, we value, you are the one actually who determines the value of the shares, because the amount that you have saved in the Sacco is what we use. Remember, if you listen to other institutions, you will hear, like now when we are declaring dividends and interest on deposits, if it was a limited company that is trading in the stock exchange, we would probably have said that a share trading at 100 shillings is earning 1.23 shillings per share. But as we don't talk in that perspective, we talk about the amount, because whatever you have contributed in the Sacco is the amount, is what is your value. So, Mr. Waderi, you are not wrong. It is not a question that we can say that should not be asked. It is a good question so that we understand the reason why we don't indicate our shares here in numbers, because there is no need of just putting something just for the sake, whereby maybe we may not be able to justify. It is important, and so what we justify is the amount that we pay. Remember, members, the premium that you get from the deposits that you invest in Mentor Sacco, like you have said, all of you here, Iekwe, you know that determines, that could go far towards determining the value of the shares. Some of you have earned more than the shares they hold in the Sacco from the dividends and interest on deposits that you have continually earned in the years. If you do those calculations, I am sure, members, you will realize that if you have been a member for 20, 15, 10 years, you can be able to state how much you have earned from Mentor Sacco, from the interest on deposits and dividends. And that is why, personally, Chairman, with your permission, I would want you members, even as much as you are tasking, I'm not saying that you don't tell us that you want returns for your money. I also am a member and I am happy when I am paid interest on deposits of this and this amount. Let us be looking at the figures. Let us be factual. Let us be practical. Members, for example, any one of you who was a member, and I believe all of you are members last year, whatever deposits that you held, and majority of the members here are teachers. We know about MINSCO, teachers. How do you look at MINSCO? On one item, JJ, you don't look at MINSCO on two parameters. Imagine you tell us, and I'm not saying it is bad, but I want you to look at the bigger picture. Because, for example, if you had deposits of 100,000 last year, even if you are contributing 2,000 shillings at minimum for 12 months, that is 24,000. So whatever dividends that you received in the year 2022, if we paid at the same rate, so that I want you to stop looking at the rate. If we paid at the same rate that we paid that last year of 12.4, whatever amount you received last year, if we paid the same rate today, members, you would get a higher amount. Is it true? Then that is number one. Then that notwithstanding, we have also tried our best because of the economic situations that we are experiencing to raise. We are not saying that we are not raising. We have raised by 0.1%. Those are two parameters that are raising concurrently against one item, the income, that we cannot be able to raise until we earn. We can, whatever accounts that we read to you here, members, is the interest that we can earn for that member, the other one. We can, if it is possible, we can list how much each member has contributed as interests to the Sacco, so that then we can be able to share it. It is only that that is not possible because it would be very cumbersome, but we present it as a total. So members, even as you want to rate us, please also look at the services that we are offering to you. Previously, you used to be charged interests on clearance of loans, because this is something that I have found very attractive to you members. Today, regardless of the amount of loan that you hold with the Sacco, if you come to the Sacco, whatever class of a member, and you have repaid your loan to a certain amount, you are not charged a 10% charge that used to be charged, even if your own balance is 900. Had we, or were we to charge you clearance, then you would not qualify. Sindio? So members, please also look at the way we are offering services to you, and we promise, and personally I promise, that we are going to do the best we can to even continue making services even better. Now, if anyone needed money, you would have applied for your loan in August. Do you meeting when the banking halls were open? Any member who went to any of our offices and qualified for a loan, he or she was granted, isn't it? Because we are saying that we want to offer our members as much service as possible, efficiently as possible. Previously, we used to have a timeline within which you could submit your normal loan application form. It was on 15th of every month. If you have not forwarded your normal loan application by the 15th, that time we didn't have the business people, your application will have to wait. You will have to wait with it at home until the following month on 1st, when you would now forward that application. So, but now we are saying we are giving loans anytime. The longest waiting period is 48 hours, even for development loan. And so members, please, let us quantify. If we can be able to quantify that and come up with a rate, I think we can be at 30%, Chairman. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Joyce. There's something that Madam Joyce has forgotten, and I also want to talk about it, and that is the issue of guaranteeing others. Tafadhali, na hii nimeiona sana. Wewe unaleta karatasi imekunjwa, auoni jina, auoni nini, na unachukua unafanya nini? Please, can you read the name? Uone huyo anaitwa Anthony Kamau, form ni yake, na kila kitu amejaza hapo. Lakini we have overtrusted ourselves and the others. such that somebody will come up with a form that is folded 4 times, only where to sign, that's why you can see, and then you append your signature. The other thing is, please sign for somebody that you know. Unajua, kuna watu, I don't want to call them super guarantors or what. Tulikuwa na moja alikuwa anaishi pale Keno. Yeye tu alikuwa anaona mwalimu anaingia, hana guarantors, ana guarantee. Ana guarantee kwa sababu anajua pengine at the end of the day, if the member gets something, he might get something. That was what was happening. If you don't know that person, do not sign. Unaingia tu kwa banking hall, unapata watu wako hapo, unawaambia guaranteed, and then you guarantee, and you don't know that person. Please, let's guarantee for those people we know. The other thing Joyce has forgotten also, we said we are not charging clearance. And I want to tell you, we were making a lot of money. But then we looked at the bigger picture. Do we get a lot of money to pay dividend, or we punish the teacher when he or she is coming for that loan? And that is why we did away with it. We also did away with apportionment. Wale ambao wamekaa hapa, si mnajua apportionment, which we were charging at 10%. So imagine, wewe ulikuwa unaleta form, your balance in the Sacco is 200 shillings. The Sacco charges you 10%, which is 20,000, is it? And then, kwa sababu wakati hatukuwa liquid, unaambiwa ndio pata hii pesa kidogo, unataka pesa kidogo before it is released. Then you want some the same money, then we charge you at 20%. So you could leave 40,000 to the Sacco. That is clearance fee and apportionment. Today we don't have clearance, we don't have apportionment, and I'm saying it was giving us a lot of money. But then you are giving and take, you are giving with one hand and take with the other. So that is why Joyce are saying, as you also rate us with other parameters, but not only dividend. But then I also want to add this, and you know, facts are facts. If we are only thinking about dividend payments and we don't think about the society, how we should leave something for society, we are going to die. Imagine you have invested a business, hata ikiwa uko kwenu nyumbani. Halafu wewe unakula kila kitu. Any interest that comes, you chew it. Are you together? How will that business grow? That is food for thought. I want now to invite Mr. Mwaneki to take us through the other portion of the vice chairman of the program.
Okay, thank you, Chairman. Members, good afternoon. I had said my name is John Mwaneki, the Vice Chairman. I'm going to take you through just 2 items of agenda. That is item number 10, the second it, so that it can go percent, sorry. That is equivalent to 2.5 to borrow any soon. So I would like us to have a proposal and a second. That is 1 billion Kenya shillings. Proposal?
Yeah. Nation Kimani, member number 14371. I propose.
Yeah, thank you, Kimani.
Caroline Wanderi, TSC number 355032. I second.
Yeah, that is now approved. Now we then go to item number 11.
Okay, noon. Yes, we had, before I go to the elections, let me commend new members for working as a team in the last year, and that's why you are able to post very good results. I know you have been having comprehensive education to your members, and I'm sure you have really connected well, and that's why you have been able to post those very good results. I want to urge you to continue doing that even in this year.
Then let me go straight to the business that have been given. We had a nomination for Kegumo electoral area for the management. We also had Makuyu electoral area and Maragua electoral area. One of the principles of cooperative is democratic member control, and you have exercised that well over the years. You have a good process where you apply if you want to contest, and then you are vetted so that we ensure that we have quality leaders, and that happened. So we had the nominations for Kegumo, and I want to call upon Mr. Anthony Kamau Muriuki to come forward. Makoyo, we have Thomas Bogua Karaoke, and Maragua, we have Eliud Boro Bogua. As I have said, we conducted the exercise, which was done in a very fair and transparent way. And the leaders have called, they came out to be nominated without being opposed. And that indicates that they are doing a very good job for Mentor. And now that we are in the general meeting, it is our duty and responsibility to confirm them through proposing them and seconding them. So can I have a proposer and a seconder for the three so that we confirm them? Member number 6, the name?
Thomas Gashero, I propose.
Thomas Gashero proposes. Seconder?
I second Grace Geshohe, member number 3226.
Grace Geshohe, member number 3226. Asanteni sana and congratulations. Then a week later, we had the nomination for the supervisory committee for the Kegumo, Maragua, and Kahuro zones. And during that nomination, Mr. Clement Kamau Karaja he was also nominated unopposed. That also means that they are doing an excellent job in the supervisory. And it is now our duty to confirm him through a proposal and a seconder. Can I have a proposer?
My name is Moses Megwe, member number 11542. I propose.
Moses Megwe proposes. Who seconds?
I am Alfred Kavwele from Machakos County. I a strong Mentor Sacco member, number 48049. I arise to second. Thank you.
Asante sana. Thank you very much, Clement. Pokezi. Asante sana.
Now, I had said that we also have some awards that we want to give to our members who have done so well. And I want them to prepare themselves and move forward. Esther Joki Gitao, Andrew Mureithi, Russo Washuka, Eagle Crest Ventures, Jane Wangoi, Gige, Esther Nyakeo, Kamau. As they are moving, it's only fair that I give our CEC, cooperative, and hiyo ingine ni nini? Trade and unajua imekuwa kubwa sana. So CEC, please come address this gathering.
Thank you very much, Chairman. The Chairman, Board of Directors, members of staff, my colleagues from the County Government of Murang'a, Cusco officers who are here, the other cooperative societies that have cooperated with Mentor, distinguished guests, Mentor Sacco members, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It gives me much pleasure to be with you during this auspicious occasion of your 47th annual general meeting. I congratulate you for holding your AGM early enough in the year. This gives your members an opportunity to examine, deliberate, and resolve on measures to be taken to keep improving on your previous performance. I know the Sacco has had a very good working relationship with the Murang'a County government, and as a result, it has become very critical in accelerating development programs, e.g., that is dairy and mango, coffee and tea sectors, and therefore I urge that we also support other areas such as education, bearing in mind that this is, you have been in the forefront of ensuring Murang'a County is up your hands. Thank you very much. Yes, we have them there. Governance, remediation, I urge you to continue doing so in all aspects to ensure Mentor is on firm foundation now and in the future. I salute you for your good performance as shown by your audited accounts. You posted good performance despite the hard economic times. This shows the resilience of the Sacco and hence the importance in the development of our county, and therefore encourage you to continue moving in that. Every year as per the election guide. Before I sit down, if you allow me, Chairman, I need maybe to make a remark. Mimi ni waziri wa biashara, viwanda, utalii na vyama vya ushirika. Kwa hivyo niko na 4 dockets, na pia mimi ndiye chairman nationally wa all those sectors. I decided to file for the chairman nationally because I realized that in Murang'a we are very active in cooperatives, and therefore when laws are being enacted for cooperative societies, Murang'a cannot be left out. That is why I went for that. So as I start addressing you, number one, I want to say that when I was coming here, my governor, Dr. Irungu Kang'ata, the governor from Murang'a County, alinituma na salamu, nataka mzipokee. Mmezipokea? Asante sana. Number two, ningetaka kusema ya kwamba, as a CEC, I'm also a member of Mentor Sacco. When I came to Murang'a, and because I've been brought up in Murang'a, I knew that Mentor is a very good cooperative society, and that is why I became a member. In fact, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you, Chairman, Board of Directors, and everyone else, because last year we had what we call Ushirika Day. And during that particular day, what we normally do is we normally come together, all cooperative societies, and then we appoint people to check at what has been happening, or a committee, and that committee, after looking at various cooperative societies or circles that are in our county, I'm glad to say that Mentor actually got 4 awards. The first one was Best Managed, the second one is Best Improved, and the other one is Best in Risk Management, and finally, Highest Returns to Members. Congratulations for that. Then we have also looked at your performance, and I think, having also been in the Sacco movement, the way you have actually managed to market this Sacco, such that now you are getting to 40,000 members, and in Murang'a, you are able to attract the attention of more than 7,000 members, and then Kiambu 3,000. That is also a very good performance. Congratulations for that. We know that your share capital has gone up when it comes to members' deposits and savings, and even total income. All those are actually on the upward trajectory, and therefore we continue to congratulate you for that. I also need to say that as you are moving on your business, we would also like you to, as you have always done, to work with the county government, and especially because of the way our governor, His Excellency Dr. Irungu Kang'ata, has a passion to grow Murang'a County and to make sure that our people are really progressing. I know you have actually been with us, like especially in trade, when we are doing exhibitions, so that we can promote our business, we can promote our agriculture. Mentor Sacco, you have been at the forefront, and we thank you for that. When it comes to subsidy, which is a program that our governor came up with, And how we did it was we looked at Muranga and we realized that we have two ecological areas, that is the upper and the lower Muranga. That is, we call them ecological zones because of the weather conditions. And we realized that we needed to do a project that can touch every household. So we realized that the upper people, they have what we call the dairy farming, kila mtu ako na ng'ombe kwake, and then on the lower Muranga, almost everyone has mangoes, and therefore we came up a minimum guaranteed return program, which of course we have been moving on very well. And you know that every time, every month, wala watu wako na maziwa, we always pay you 3.5 shillings on top of what you get from your cooperative societies as a subsidy. Then currently, what we are doing, and I know you are aware, wale watu wametoka Muranga ya chini, we are moving from door to door. Tunaenda na maroli huko, tunachukua maembe yenu, and then tunapeleka kwa factories, because we realize that that is an asset that God gave you, or a cash crop, na mmekuwa mkinunuliwa na brokers who are also, we don't disqualify them because I'm also a CC for trade, but we need actually to compete in business. Mmekuwa mkinunuliwa at around 5 shillings. Then we realize that there is a way we can intervene with you, such that when we take them to processors, those farmers are able to get at 16 shillings per kg, and then we add a subsidy of 7 shillings, moving from 5 to 23 shillings. That has really helped watu wa Muranga, and we thank our governor for that. But also we realize it's a season of fruit. Within only 2 months or 2.5 months, those farmers don't have something else to do. So what we have done is to work with East African breweries, and now we have provided seed for sorghum. And we have been provided with information that sorghum has grown very well on the lower part of Muranga. We also try to do what we call load grass, so that the lower Muranga can actually grow that grass and sell to the people who have dairy farming on the upper side. And I know, Mentor, you have been one of the people who have really assisted our county to make sure that those farmers also become bankable by opening bank accounts, and therefore we request you to continue supporting that program. And we know that these farmers are aging, the population is aging, and therefore that is why Kangata Care came. And right now, I'm glad to say, zile harambee tulikuwa tunaitwa every now and then, hatuna hizo harambee za magonjwa. Because everyone who is sick in a village, in every polling station, we are ensuring that we have a committee that identify those people, tunawapatia that Kangata Care, and they are able to go to our facilities, be treated without any charge, including dental and even optical. Meanwhile, as Mentor Sacco, because I know you are also based in business, we have a program that we have come up with called Muranga Youth Service. And in the Muranga Youth Service, what we have realized is that our youth sometimes are getting out of school and they don't have something to do. So what we have done is to, together with the county assembly, come up with a policy for youth. And what we are doing is we got the first group where we give them some work to clean our towns. And then after that, we take them to our vocational centers for training. And immediately after that, we are giving them some money to start them off with business, which now the first cohort has already, we have done it. And this week, we have been now checking for the second group. That is an area maybe I can ask Mentor Sacco to come in, so that when these youth finish what they are doing, the amount of money that we are giving them, because we are paying them on daily basis 400 shillings, where 100 shillings is going to the parent, and then after that 15,000. They need what we call tools of work. Maybe Mentor Sacco you can consider a product where the kits they need, the tool kit they need for the work, there is a way you can come up with a product. And we know these young guys, they go compete. They go out there and compete, and the courses that we are, and therefore to give about 25 bursaries in every ward. So if you multiply by 35, that's about 875. But this year, we gave to more than 20,000 students bursary. And therefore, Mentor Sacco, you can also look at how we can partner. We farm different various produce, because at Kabati, we are doing some. What we are doing is to identify
the 5 value chains in Muranga that we are for farmers, you are getting value for your money, such that all this produce come there, and then after that, you are able. And therefore, with those 500 acres, we are going to have serious investors coming to our county. You saw the other day, that was, I think, on Thursday, our governor actually launched what we call Budget and Economic Council, and we brought those big investors from Muranga back to their county so that we can work together as a unit to make sure that they also help us to mobilize these investors, such that in that area we are going to have so many factories, so many industries, and therefore these calls for everyone to go back to their farms. We make sure that we are farming, we practice the best farming systems so that at least we are able to provide raw materials there. And once we do that, we get money and make sure that our children and our family, we are raising them in the right way. And of course, because of integrity, we have automated all our systems such that now when you pay anything that you pay to the county government, you are able to go online or use your mobile phone, pay the money. That money is able to be accounted, and that is the money that is helping us to do some of these programs. And I know members of Mentor are saying, yes, you have done automation, but I think the journey is still not yet. And therefore, as you automate, make sure that you align yourself to the county so that we work together, you look at what we are doing, and then as you do those automation, you make sure that we are getting together. Because of time, I want to say that as cooperative department, we are working with all cooperative societies who are 453 in our county, and we are requesting all management to have what we call good leadership and members to make sure that you support your cooperative societies, and the county government will make sure that we continue to support you. Just like one of the Sacco members has said that sometimes you have non-performing loans. Let us actually not encourage that. Once you take a loan, pay so that you give the other person an opportunity for them also to take the loan. And therefore, with that, I want to say thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. When you go back home, mpeleke salamu za gavana wetu. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Can we give him a round of applause once again? Bwana Sisi, it is only that previously we were used for short. We were just saying Department of Cooperatives. Now so many things have been added there. We were used to Ministry of Cooperatives. But I think I got it right now. Next time I must and say it all. Now we want to move our words, but Joyce, I want this one to be done. As Joyce walks there, those members who are not within the teaching profession, we want to recognize you. Where are you? Can you stand up? Kama wewe sio mwalimu, unafanya kwa county, nimekumbushwa na CEC, unafanya kwa county, daktari, a nurse, or what, can you stand up? Business also, tumeona Mentor. You can see Mentor, eh? Tuko huko na tuko wengi. I want to appreciate you for being members in Mentor Sacco, and I know you have seen.
Thank you, Chairman. As the Chairman is thanking the members, I'm happy to report to you that as at now we have 3,181 members that have registered and have attended this AGM. Thank you very, very much. This is the best attendance we have had so far. We pray and hope that we continue working together, we continue supporting each other, and as I said, I promise as Joyce, as the CEO, that we are going to continue doing our best to make sure that members see value for their money. So the first person that is going to be awarded is Esther Njoki Getao. Kaidre, are you in? Chairman had requested that you prepare yourselves. We don't want to take a lot of time. It is looking like it wants to rain. Hatutaki mnyeshewe huku, tunataka mrudi nyumbani. And it is already raining, I think. So Esther, Andrew Mureithi, Andrew,
Since we are going to waste a lot of time, or they have come.
Haya, bring the awards. We have who? You are Andrew? So I'm going to request Mr. Kaduto to come and present the award so that at least we have a confirmation that this was done very, very fast. Who is next? Kaidri, come. Thank you very much, Andrew. We appreciate your patriotism, your loyalty. Asante sana. Yes, we have Esther. You are Esther? Madam? You are Esther? Jane. Okay, Jane. Jane who? Oh, Jane Wangoi, Goge. Thank you. Thank you, Jane. Members, we are appreciating these members because they have performed very well. We are not saying that people have not also performed well, but we want to recognize them so that even next year we shall have you who has not been called. Then we have Ruse Washuka, Eagle Crests Ventures, Kaidre come forward, and Esther Nyakeo, Kamau. If they are not there, are you coming here? So it looks like the others are not there. We appreciate them. We appreciate every one of you. And may God continue to bless you as we continue working towards adding value to each other's lives. Karibuni sana.
So just like Joyce was saying, it looks like it won't rain. And I think we are coming to the end of that is for this year. Wacheni tuombe, wale wamekimbia huko tafadhali. Hai, let us pray. Kwa hivyo ningetaka kushukuru kila mtu, and I would wish that next time we also come the way we have come. As the chairman, I want to promise you that Mentor Sacco tutaichunga kwa sababu we are there. So we want to have the closing prayers because I can see people are rushing there. And I want to request, that is who, Tom? Esther from Dorome Primary School to come and lead us with a word of prayer. Tukikaa sana naona tutakuwa na mtu hapa. Esther? Anakuja, nimeambiwa anakuja. As we go back, we want to wish you Jenny masses. Let's save as much as we can. I say the savings in the fossa are always your second pension.
Members, shall we stand and pray? I am Esther Prudence, a gospel music minister, a teacher. Thank you very much. So I say, it's my season. It's my season. It's our time to rather know. It's our season. It's my season. It's our time to rather know. Shall we pray? Our Father and our Creator, once again we want to thank you for the 47th AGM. Father, we want to appreciate you. As Mentor Sacco, we are so much humbled for the far that you have brought us. Thank you for the humble beginning. Thank you for the journey that you have walked with us. And we praise you for the far that you are taking us. May you receive all the glory and honor. We thank you for our leaders. Thank you for the outstanding leadership that you have given us. We want to pray that, Father, you bless them with more wisdom. You give them unity. You give them all that they require for them to continue leading us to to greater heights as Mentor Sacco. Thank you for every member who sacrificed to be here today, that Father, he or she may grace this occasion. Want to pray that you continue blessing every member, oh Jesus. Bless the online members. Bless those who did not come for various reasons. Father, as we leave this place, want to pray that, Father, as you have said in the book of Isaiah 20 and verse 4, that, Father, you will fulfill our heart desires. Today we are leaving this place with smiles on our faces. We are leaving this place with heavy pockets. Father, how I pray that you are going to fulfill every desire of every member to come to pass, to the glory of your holy name. May you give us journey mercies as we go back to our praises of residence. Father, I want to thank you for the good performance that you have given us. We have plans ahead of us. How we pray that you make them succeed. And as we plan to be here next year, a time like this, we shall glorify you for the success that you are going to give us. To be praised and honored. For it is in Jesus' mighty name we pray and believe. Amen. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen.
No,